Coach Reed and the Chiefs. That's a really good football team, and they're well coached and do a lot of things the right way. And obviously, they earned it today for sure, and got off to a good start. And we never really could really get much rhythm or momentum going in the game. So again, congratulations to them, and we'll learn a lot from this. Obviously, we know who we're chasing. That's for sure. So.
Josh, now that the season's over, do you immediately just go right into, do you even review the film, or does it just go right into the offseason immediately?
Oh, no. We'll, you learn something from everything. So we'll, the staff will watch the tape tomorrow, and, we'll be very, precise with what we've seen. Like I said, there's, we're going to play them again, and so, we got, there's a lot of things we learned from the first time we played them, and there's going to be a lot of things we learn again, and there's things you learn about, players, situations, et cetera. So there's plenty to learn from each game.
Hey, Josh, what was your reaction to the ring around the rosy play? Did you find it disrespectful at all, or what do you think?
That Coach Reed does, he has some of those things, each game, and look, the game was still, at that point, we were still competing in it. They were trying to score. If they felt like that was a play that could give them an opportunity to score a touchdown, which it almost did, there's shovel passes. I've run flea flickers and all that kind of stuff. And like I said, just because the game was in the fourth quarter doesn't mean it was out of hand yet. So, no, I do not at all. Not at all.
Josh, you've obviously seen it at a high level. The Chiefs represent it at a high level.
Mm-hmm.
You've been here about a year now. I'm not asking you to put a timeline on it, but do you think it's closer or further away for you guys to be where you need to be like that?
There's no, there is no timeline on that. I think the thing you do is you take the best day you can have, and you continue to do that and produce those through the off season and improve the football team in any way that you can. Whether that's our process, what we choose to do, how we play, how we coach, the players that are on the team. We have a lot of things to evaluate, obviously, and we know a lot more now than we did last January. And we've got a year full of evidence of what we need to make better. Whether it's our process or on our team. So there's a lot of things that we can look at, and we're going to address them. And like I said, we'll see. But every year you're trying to win. Every game you're trying to win. There's no seasons where you're going out there and saying this one doesn't really matter. They all matter. I think everybody in this organization, wants to do that, and that's what we're going to be hard at work to do.
You're going to obviously, like you said, evaluate everything in the weeks and months ahead. Does anything stand out to you right now in terms of what happened here this season? Can you point to different things of why it ended up this way?
No, there's a lot of reasons why you win and lose. Today wasn't a really close game, but we obviously have played in a lot of them. And so, going back through all those, and, you win in this league when you earn it. And that's through performance and work. And so, we all can do something better, what some of us maybe more than others. And so I'll start with myself and our staff and try to do everything we can do better as we go into the off season and next year. And same thing with how we play. So there's not one thing. There's too many variables in football.
Josh, since the beginning of the season, you talked about understanding again the expectation from Raider Nation. Now, just wrapping up Week 18, obviously so much transpired in the 18 weeks leading into this. But I want to know just your raw emotions finishing your first year as Raider head coach.
Yeah, blessed, extremely blessed, grateful, thankful for the opportunity myself. Appreciate the guys in the locker room, our team. Look, these things, adversity is part of our journey and part of our story. And I've been on a lot of teams before that it hasn't ended perfect. And a lot of times those are the moments and those are the years and those are the games that propel you into improving. And then you have an opportunity to go farther and do more. And so I couldn't be more thankful for the group in the locker room, the staff, the way the organization has treated me and my family. And, we're going to be hard at work. We know what we want to do and what we want to accomplish. We didn't come here to, just go through it. And that's not that's not our intentions. And so we knew when we came here there was going to be a process involved, and I know people get sick and tired of hearing about that word, but look, that's the reality. Is there's work involved, and there's time, and there's decisions, and there's evaluations that need to be made, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to make them, and we're going to try to make the team better every way that we can.
Josh, how would you assess your coaching this year? If you had to give yourself a
Say it
grade,
one more time.
So how would you assess your coaching job this year if you had to give yourself a grade, and how are you going to be able to learn to have your team close out games in the second half as opposed to this year when you guys weren't able to do that?
I'm not going to grade anybody, but look, I mean, we are what we are, and so I know there's things I can do better, and I'm going to evaluate myself first and try to do a better job of what I'm doing and what I'm responsible for, and I'm going to try to do that with our entire team. And so, look, the fact that you're in games, gives you an opportunity, and now you have to do things at the end of those close games to earn the victories. And that's the nature of the National Football League. I mean, pretty much every game is going to come down towards the end. And, and in order to win those, there's a lot of things you got to do right. And, I thought today was a good example of, if you make a few mistakes against this kind of a football team and you don't take advantage of the opportunities that you have, then the game can get away from you a little bit. And, they've been together for a long time, and they've got, a really good formula. They have a process in place that's pretty damn successful, and we know who we're chasing.
Josh, obviously last week a great job in terms of keeping Jarrett Stidham standing, kind of the opposite tonight. Was that more about what the front seven were able to do on the opposite side, or was there kind of some blown assignments on the offensive line?
We might have had one or two assignment type of deals, but I thought for the most part, they played some coverages that kind of dictated that we ended up holding the ball a little bit, take the first read away, and then have to go through the progression a little bit more. And then look, they have a good front and good rushers. They had a good plan. Coach Spagnuolo did a great job, and and again, part of the whole formula for playing these guys and beating them is to try to stay out of those types of situations. When you're in obvious long yardage passing situations against that team is not a good formula for success. And so, to get off to a good start, which we really didn't do, to get ahead, to stay balanced and really lean on our running game and try to do it that way is a much better formula for success against them. And unfortunately, today we could not do that.
Two more, Vic and then Vinny.
What are your takeaways from Jarrett's first two starts?
Yeah, I thought he did some good things, and there's plenty to learn from. And I think that any young player who's playing his first or second game in the NFL, there's going to be a lot of things that you do that you haven't experienced before. And so I thought that he learned some things last week. He learned more things today. I thought he hung in there and made some good throws as the game wore on. Gave us an opportunity on some things. And ultimately we had a couple turnovers that, against this team can really hurt you. So, a lot to learn from this game.
Josh, JJ went through kind of a scary situation with his family back in Oklahoma. Were you a little surprised that he even came back out here to play this game today?
No, because I know him, and that's a testament to him and his family. That was totally on their their discretion. We understood the situation, and I'm not going to get into the specifics of that, and I respect their privacy. But JJ knew he had whatever he wanted from us relative to support, and we understood and respected the situation. And if he had chosen not to, then I would have completely understood that. But he came back, and I give him a ton of credit for giving it a go and trying to help us win a game at the end of the season.